looks like you're the first one in, so we'll wait for a little while, see, let some more folks show up. These are my garnet nuggets, and these are little pearls I got from Randy not that long ago, and we're going to use those to make the garnet and pearl necklace. Was going to use the little pendant we made yesterday, and by the way, I played with it. I'm notorious for playing with things till I like it better, and I do like it better. It looks quite a bit better, but it's still not dry all the way, so I think it's going to have to sit for a while longer. I also played with the trinket box lid a little while, and got the air bubbles mostly out. So, though the blue, I put too much resin and now the blue hardly shows up, but that's all right. She won't care. But it's still a little sticky too. Wish we had some sun going, but it's been raining, so it's not working as far as that's concerned. Hi, Sid. So, and somebody, I can't remember who it was commenting about using some sand and shells on something. And I said I had done that with a trinket box, and I had the lid. That's it. You can see the backside's got plenty of sand down in there. Can't remember who it was that was commenting on that. It's got a little dust in between my shells. It needs to be dusted. But hey, PK. Hi, Donna. So this one was only the second one I'd done with the sand and the shells, but I think it turned out pretty good, even though I could have got a little bit more resin. See around the very edges here, it's not quite all the way there, but I like it. I think it turned out pretty nicely. Anyway, this is one that I put earrings in, this little trinket box. So, and we got 9 on now. Cool. Randy got home last night. She called me right after she got home, which was about, well, it was about 9 o'clock my time, so it was 10 o'clock her time. She said she had thought about waiting another day to come home on Friday, but then they said that there was a winter storm warning out for North Dakota, so she decided she'd best get her buns home before the winter storm hit. So, because those are still sticky, I still want to make a garnet and pearl stuff, but because the pendant is still sticky, I'm thinking I've got these Baroque pearls. These are quite a bit bigger, 12 millimeter instead of, these little tinies. See the difference in size? So I'm thinking I will use one of the Baroque pearls and a garnet nugget and make a little pendant out of those. So for our necklace and our earrings, we can do those whenever. What color do we want to go for the metal? Silver or gold? Silver and gold. Either way works for me. I think pearls and garnets will go really well with either. So silver, go silver. That works. Then do you want to take the box? It is going to have to dry a while longer. Sticky on top, so. Okay. Hi, Linda. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Kimberly. Hold what up again? The garnets or the pearls or both? There's the garnets, there's the pearls. You're not too late, Kimberly. We've only been on about 5 minutes, so, you know, I haven't even got anything started yet, so it's not like it's you know, forever and a day here. But as far as the earrings are concerned, we'll probably make some hoops and wire wrap. I'm not sure if the little garnets will go onto the wire or not. We'll find out. If they will, then what we're going to do is we'll put the garnet on the wire, and then we'll take a pearl, and instead of trying to get these tiny little things to go on the wire, what we'll then do is we'll take the garnet, we'll take some wire, and we'll go around the garnet and then around the wire, and then we'll wire wrap the pearl on to the loop, and then we'll go on from there. So we want silver, so I need to get a silver bail, and we need to get the silver wire out. This is the 24, so we can wrap with that if I want to, but I don't want to get, don't want to do my outer piece with that. Let's see what we got here. $22, don't want that either. I want 20 and probably 24. Well, there's some 18, but I think that is going to be bigger than I want. So I think it's time to turn around because the other wires are sitting over here in the bin. That's gold, don't want that. That's 18 too. Wow. Well, here's the little stuff. I'm not seeing my 20 gauge. Very strange. That was 24. Per usual, I got a new pile going, so we're gonna have to put a stop to that here pretty soon. But $14, $14, $24. 18. Can you tell I have piles and piles of wire here? Because I keep saying that's 18 gauge, that's 20 gauge, that's 24 gauge. Okay, here's the new spool of 20. I know I have an open 20 somewhere, but I'm not sure where, so we're not going to worry about it. Hi, Anita. Hey, Debbie. Hi, Renee. Oh, hi, Patty. But anyway, as I was saying, I talked to Randy last night, and she'll be back on Monday. So she said she had 1,000,001 things she had to do right now, or she would have done morning coffee. But like I say, 1,000,001 things to do. So we're gonna 20 gauge, and this is the size I want to use for my. I'm not sure the garnets will even fit on this because they're on a string. Aren't they cute? And of course, so is the pearls. So if they won't, then we'll wire wrap both onto the wire. Because there's always that possibility, you know. So I'm going to cut 2 6-inch pieces of wire here. And I suppose I should turn down so you guys can see what I'm doing, huh? These earrings? Oh, I made these with one of my Soft Flex kits. I can't even remember what it was, or it is right now. So it was pretty fun. Calling to make a knotted necklace. I don't knot. I'm not very good at it, so I'm not going to try and make a knotted necklace. Sorry, girl. Sorry. The January kit last year. Okay. I know it was from one of the kits. I just couldn't remember which one. So let's turn us down. I'm not very good at it. Yeah, exactly. Not very good at it. I always make my knots too loose. And I know that Randy teaches it all the time. Hi, Heather. And I could try it, but I suspect it would end up getting torn apart. So, you know. So anyway, here's my spool of 20 gauge wire that I just salvaged out of my drawer. It's got a kink right there, and I could try and get it out. But you know what? This is a brand new spool. So I'm just going to cut it off. Where's my cool new clippers here? There they are. It's right there. Yay, there goes the spool. I knew it was going to do that. They always do that. That's why I keep it in a baggie after when it's not in use, because they love to unspool. So we're going to do, I think, we're just going to do 5 inches because we're just going to make one hoop, not a double like I sometimes do. Where'd your end go? I love the fact that I don't have to recut the wire since I have these clippers do both sides. It's really nice. Bing. And now I'll put this spool back in to the baggie so I don't lose anymore. Now, this is German style wire, which is a medium temper rather than a soft. So, oh, stop. So I like it for doing wire work better because a craft wire or is a soft temper, and it bends more easily. This, once it's bent, it sort of even retains its bend memory, so it makes it better for making things like this. So I'm going to cut both of these strands, and we're going to see if if they'll fit on the wire. I very much doubt the pearls will. See, I knew they wouldn't. And then we'll see if the garnets will. Yes, that's a yes and a no. It goes through one side, but it doesn't go all the way through. If you don't know it, gemstones are frequently no, they won't go on. So they're going to be wire wrapped entirely. Gemstones are frequently cut from both sides. They cut, about halfway through one side, then they turn around and start from the other side. And sometimes the holes are not the same size. And sometimes, even if they are, they end up not quite meeting, or even if they do meet, they don't meet straight on. So I'm just going to take my wire mandrel handle and we're going to make some hoops here. And because I am going to have to wire wrap these on, I can make both of my end hoops too right now. I don't have to wait until I have one side on. I can just do both. Thank you, Heather. Hey, Georgina. Hey, Tina. So we're just going to make our hoops on both sides. And then we'll hammer this just to make it just a little bit stronger. And if we were making these into with craft wire, I would even hammer them a lot more, but see, they don't want to go all the way around, so you've got to convince them they want to. That's good. I would show you guys the little box again, top, because I did some repair work after I got off. Because do you ever do that? I'm not happy with that, so I'm just going to sit and play with it until I get it where I'm happier. They don't always turn out to be all the way happy, if you know what I mean. But actually, here's the little pendant. It's still sticky because I did play with it for a while. So I cleaned up the edges quite a bit and added a little bit more resin across the top to get rid of any scratches and things. But it's still sticky, so we're not going to play with it today. And then the little trinket box top, I took the and worked on those air bubbles, poked a hole in both of them and refilled them, and then put a new layer of resin across the top. And so those holes were pretty much taken care of. The one by his hand still stayed a little bit. Still need a little bit more over this way. But it was much better. It looked pretty good when it was finished. But like I said, I just gave it to her to take, even though it wasn't quite dry all the way. I warned her it wasn't dry all the way, so to be careful with it. So we're just gonna get our nylon jaw hammer and work hard on our loops here. Now, if you wanted to make something like this and you didn't want them this big, you could just use a smaller piece of wire and make a smaller hoop. I'm just sort of a go large or go home kind of person. I rarely will wear an earring if it isn't, at least 2 or 3 inches long. When I worked at the Park Service, I had to wear smaller ones, so I did have some smaller ones for a while because we were required to only have them. They had to be only about 1 inch or less, so that was part of our uniform rules. And then I stopped working in a uniform position because I went to contracting, and then I didn't have to have any rules because I could do whatever I wanted. So what we're going to do is we're going to wire wrap these around the outside. We're going to do a pearl, garnet, pearl, garnet, and so on until we get all the way around to the other side. And then because I like a drop in the middle, I might just take one of these big Baroque pearls and make a drop for the center. I think that would be pretty. So since I'm going to make a drop for the necklace, am I going to sell these? Yeah, I am. I'm not sure how much they'll be. Oh, you have a date with your oldest son, Heather. How fun. $1 million. I don't think quite that much. I will have to give it some thought. I remember that I bought these garnets on sale, and I can't get them anymore because I got them on sale because the store that was selling them was going out of business. It was really sad because it was one of the stores I always hit up when I go to the beach, to the ocean, because it was in Long Beach, and we'd always hit it on the way down to Lincoln City. And need a pretty good long strand this because I'm going to wire wrap the whole thing. So, and remember, guys, this is gonna the wire's gonna try and grab everything around us. So I might go out off camera a bit when we're doing this part. I'll try not to, but so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and we're gonna do a little wrap up here at the top where the loop is. And in all actuality, what I'm going to do, and this might seem a little strange, I'm going to open this loop up, and then I'm going to shove my my wrap under the loop. So it's here in the middle. And then we're going to bring this up again. And this is that wire that we were talking about. Oh, Heather. When Heather was making her pearl bracelet the other day, and she said, leave a tail so you can hold on to it. There's your tail. You want that when you first start at least, or it's going to try spinning all over the place as you work. So we're going to put a loop here. Then I'm going to put the pearl on. starting with the pearl. Come on, baby, go in there. And then we're going to push it down like so. Come on, there's the flat spot right there. A lot of pearls have a slightly flat spot on them because that's where they were sitting in the clam. So I try and find the flat spot to put down. There we go. The perfectly round pearls that are just perfectly round are way more expensive because they don't have that flat spot. So we're going to just wrap these around here. Come on, sit in there right there. And a couple more wraps. One thing about your wire when you're working with it is, number one, you can bend it quite a bit, and don't let it win if you want to do something with it. Like I want that flat spot of the pearl right here. And it's trying to win and not put it there. And I say, yes, you are. But you got to remember when you're using a piece of wire to do wrapping and stuff, it's going to try and go everywhere except for where you want it. And it's going to try grabbing everything around it. It's like a toddler with its little grubby hands going for everything. Ooh, look, that's pretty. I want that kind of thing, you know. So you got to convince it that it wants to do what you want it to do, which is frequently easier said than done. So just a little warning with that, and we're getting out of shape. That's all right, we can fix it. So sounds like Rory's going to talk to us for a little while this morning. Although I don't know, Lily might be out here and he might be having a little fit because she's been hanging out on the couch with the boys, and if she does anything that they don't like, she'll jump them, and she's bigger than they are. So he's probably grumbling a bit because she's on the couch. Though, funnily enough, they all have their own particular spots. She likes the middle of the couch, the middle cushion, whereas the boys each like one end. So it's like, what are you complaining about? She's not in your side. She's on the middle, which is where you don't care. He never sits in the middle, so I don't know why he's complaining about it. So, flat side's over here. There we go. Little complainer. A lot of these little garnet nuggets are almost triangular. They're sort of pretty. hold it down. One thing also, you want to hold your beads down in place when you're wrapping them on a bar like this, because they're going to try and go somewhere else. And this really is warping out when I'm doing this, but that's all right. We'll get it fixed. No, don't grab your buddy. I'll have to straighten the wire up after I get this on. All the beads on. And one more pearl. Now again, I'm going to open up this little loop, the loop here on this side, and we're going to wrap into the loop so that when we close it, it's going to hold our wire right here. I cut a lot more wire than I needed, but that's fine because I'll use it for the other one. So we'll cut that off. Put it aside here. Then I'm going to have to straighten this up. See how it warped out? So we'll just push it down. And I'll get my wire mandrel back out again, and we'll pull it around so we can make sure it's good and round here. What, Roar? What is it, Roar? Oh. So we have this back in shape. So now I need to take my regular clippers and we'll clip the wires off. And tuck them down. Get these a little closer. So that's what, you get back up where you belong. So there is this portion done. So we need to do the other one. Now the question then, after we get the other one done, is do we want to put a dangle with one of these bigger pearls in here? Ooh, look at this one. This one's weird. It's almost like it formed two, because that looks like a regular round pearl and then stuck on another clunk of one. These two are pretty similar. Put those in the middle with maybe a little garnet top. I don't have one more exactly like those, but this one's close. We could put it in the necklace. Hey, Connie. So we'll get this other one formed, and then we'll decide, like I said. Kimberly, if you really want these, do you want a dangle in the middle? Because I like a dangle in the middle, but not everybody does, so. Put you guys out of the way here so we can get some more pearls out here. We need what? 1, 2, 6 pearls, so we need 3 more. And we need 1, 2, 5 garnets. Looks like the garnets on cuts on this side. Yep. Okay, I can do that. So, of course, the first one is that first step is wrapping the first bit of wire around. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to squish those wires together with my thumb because they're separated and I don't want them separated. Then we're going to open the loop up. Slide those wires under it. Down. And then we're going to close the, no, stay in there. Close the loop back up so that the wires are trapped in our hoop here, in our little loop. So then we're going to put 1 or 2 more loops here so we can get our pearl on. Now, I've got these relatively loose. You can make them tighter or looser depending on just how much you push the wire around. I have been known to put it on, then decide, oh, I want it looser than that, or I want it tighter than that. And pushing them over to where I want them at better. And until you get them all on, you can do that. It'll let you. But yeah, these little garnet nuggets I got on a closeout sale because the store was going out of business and I was pretty bummed. The lady didn't want to go out of business, but her building rent had expired and her lease, and the fellow that owned it said he was going to use it for something else instead of leasing them out after that. And so she would have had to have found a new place for the business. And rather than do that, her son lived in California, so she was just going to move down there and be closer to family. So that was a bit of a bummer, but because I always liked to go there because she had pretty good prices all the time. I have a tendency to hit all the bead stores when I go to the coast. That I have Belladonna beads in Garibaldi, and then I have Beluga beads in Depot Bay, and bead combers in Depot Bay. So there's quite a few of them that I go to when I'm down there. my husband always makes it a point to make sure there's a bead store somewhere close by so that I can go to a bead store while we're on vacation. So that's always really sweet of him. Heck, we even found a little bead store when we were in Ireland. So, but because let's face it, when I go on vacation, even when I went to Ireland, I I didn't take my normal work box because my normal work box is big, has a ton of stuff. Steve always comments that it probably weighs 50 pounds, and it probably does. But but I do take, a little tray or two of beads with me. I remember when I went to Tucson for the bead show the one time I went down, I commented to the airport that I said, "You're going to see all kinds of packages of beads in there." And she said, "That's not uncommon for this time of the year. We see that all the time when people are going home." So that was sort of funny, but so now this one, as you can see, is not as high as this one over here was. So we got to push this back into place. Bing. Get my mandrel out. And even though I have the same amount of beads, I could actually, actually I'm supposed to have one more bead. Duh, Rose, you don't have the last pearl on. So we'll put the last pearl on because I spaced that out, didn't I? Will be just perfect then. Come on, where's your hole, sweetie? There we go. Here I'm thinking I'm going to have to spread them and then realize, look, I'm glad I looked down and noticed that the last pearl wasn't on because that puts it in just about the perfect spot here. So we're going to open this up and wrap 3 wraps inside where the ring will be. So 1, 2, 3. And close the ring. Get ours back into shape. Look at that, I even cut enough wire that I have can have some to cut off. And here I thought it wouldn't have as much, but that's good. I'd rather have too much wire than not enough. Not that when you're wrapping you can't easily add more, but why do so if you don't have to, right? So let's clip our wires. Tuck these in. That's big enough piece I'll set aside because I might use it for something. Rory's being very complaining this morning. Okay. And they're the same size. So we'll cut our big pearls. I'm going to use my flush cutters so I can get right there at this knot without having to create a problem. And I think the 2 we want, that was 2 pearls. It was just stuck side by side. No, that's the one that I was saying looks, this one's funky. It was laying flat. We want these 2 that look sort of like little pyramids, I think. Though I think I heard they call these unicorn pearls when they're pointed like this. But I think it will. these little guys. Wow, that one doesn't have very many striations on them. They usually do have quite a few. Let's get you guys all off your thing here. Find the two I think look closest to each other. No. If this had one less stripe, it would be just about identical. This one is a little too longer. This one might be the one that we used for the pendant, for the necklace, or maybe this one. We'll see. This one is so funky. Maybe those two. Okay, push you all up out of the way. We're going to put this pearl in here along with, let's see. These organic shapes, you really have to, if you want them similar, you really have to pay attention to what you got. Too big. Maybe these two. There we go. Hey, Roar, what's up? Oh, I'm going to put another little spacer up here at the top, so I'll get another one. Pearls scratch relatively easily, so I put that spacer up there to keep it from scratching when I did my loop here. Should be just about perfect when we put it together, but I'll need a couple more spacers. Half circle garnets? I don't think so. I'm not sure I saw them. I kept getting interrupted during Sam's sale, so I was in and out of where it was at. No, they're not, the garnets are not from Thunder Horse. They're from, like I said, a little shop in Long Beach, Washington that went out of business that I used to go to all the time when I headed to the coast. And I got them on sale because they were going out of business. So I was pretty bummed they were going out of business, but that's the way it goes. You can't have everything, right? So are you talking about these, Beth? This is a pair of earrings we made the other day with the coochie pendants. Oops, I knocked something off. These? Uh-oh. You're not supposed to go in there. I have a tendency to hang my earrings off of the lights wire before I get them all carded up and put away. Or entered into my Etsy stuff, so they sit there hanging on that. Um, I think I made those maybe in a members video. Can't remember for sure. But I'm pretty sure I did. Wrap these babies up, and then we'll start putting these earrings together. Slide up there where I want you. I ran out of storage boxes for my beads I've been separating out, so I gotta get some more. I've got some on order, but they haven't came yet. But one of these days I'll have everything all separated back out again nicely and put away. And I think I need to get some more shelving units to put my boxes and stuff on. I got some of those rolling carts, but they take up room too, and I think a shelf would be better. So there we go. Now we just need to put these all together. So, gotta get some jump rings. I'm going to redo my jump rings one of these days, and instead of having them in these tubes, I'm going to put them in some of those in some of these, because then I can have all the silvers together and all the golds together, etc., etc. And I think that'll be helpful when I'm finding stuff. But right now, they're right here. Well, I don't need that many, but that's all right. Since we're not doing doubles, we can just use a medium connectors here. Though I'll want to use a large for the main connection. But oops, that didn't twist right. Twist, baby. So when I do redo these, I'll probably leave my Tinky Tots in the little bottles there because they're right there in front of me. But let's see. This will go up into here, so I'm thinking I want oops. Dump 10 million out when you only want 2. I had somebody tell me the other day that it was that I shouldn't put stuff away when I'm working because it's distracting. But when these little things fall out of their cases, like these little Tinky Tots did, I'm not leaving them out. I'll have them all over the floor if I'm not careful. So now I'm putting the Tinky Tot on with this because when this goes into the middle of our earring piece, it's gonna, when it connects, it's gonna raise that up some, and I don't want it quite that far up probably, so I put the little Tinky Tot on, and that gives it just a teeny bit more space. So, and hopefully the pearl then won't go up into where the groove is between the two arms of the piece. So then it's gonna, now we have to put them all together. But first I have to get a couple of ear wires out, and I'm going to use stainless steel ones because they're the best if you ask me. If I'm going with silver, I do have some silver plated, but I tend to use stainless steel because I know that most people are not allergic to stainless steel, where some people are allergic to other stuff. I've had some people tell me, oh, I can't even use that. I have to have, like gold or silver. And I'm like, well, there's even folks who, my daughter's allergic to gold. She can't wear gold. Her ears will all get all puffy and nasty if she tries to wear gold. So there's all kinds. I mean, everybody has. There's some folks that are allergic to all kinds of metals. So when you put this together, you go with the first one, then with your dangle. Come on, baby, dangle, go on. Now you need to get this tipped upwards before you put it on. Or if you got it going the wrong direction when you put it on, you're going to have a twist in the middle of your earring. Oh, that's going to be nice. And here's our ear wire. And there we go. See how that little one took it out, the pearl out from being up there inside the loop that it would have been in? Oh, now that's a cool idea, Cynthia. So now we got to put the second one together. We don't want that one. We want this one. Now I'm going for a big one here because I've got so many pieces going together, because there's 4 pieces instead of just 1 or 2. And I use, when I'm doing a double hoop, like we've done in the past, I always use a bigger one also, or hoops will fight with each other on who gets to be in the front. Now see how this is leaning down this way? I have to get it up this way and go through it in this direction. Or like I say, they'll fight with each other on, and the earring will twist sideways. So and they're done. So there we go. And this garnet's trying to turn around to the other side of the earring. I don't want it there, so we pull it up. Actually, I could turn, it might be better if I did that. Yeah. I'm going to turn my ear wire around to the other direction because the way I wrapped these, the garnets are facing the other direction more. And so it will look better if the earring is turned around. So in order to do that, all you got to do is pull this off and turn it. Now it's going the opposite direction. And so then when I pick it up again, now see my garnets are facing more towards the front that way. So that's much better. So now I have to price these out so we can figure out how much they'd be. The little garnets, they were dead cheap because I think I only paid like $3 for this package. And I got 2 packages, so I have plenty of them. And so say they were $3 for the package. And then we divide it by how many beads there are on your strand. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28, 29, 30, 35, 36, 37, and then 47, 48, 49, say 50 just in case I counted wrong. So they're 6 cents a piece. Come here. I want my tablet. So we'll say the garnets are 6 cents a piece. So, and there's 10, 12 of them. So 72 cents for the garnets. Now the pearls, you can see they're $12. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Ooh, that one's damaged a little bit. 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So 56 pearls is 22 cents a piece. It's 21 and change, but I always average up to the next number, because if you don't, sooner or later you're losing money. 22. So 22 cents, oops, put the period in rows, times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. We got 12 of each. Is $2.64. The wire is about, how much is that wire? It was 20 gauge, so it's 27 cents a foot. We used 6 inches on each earring, I think. So that's 1 foot, so 26 cents. Then we have the daisy spacers, which are 2 cents a piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 2 cents is 12. And when you're making something, always price everything out in one way or another. I know some people do an average for their ear wires are 35 cents a piece, so that's 70 cents for 2. I know some people just say, oh, well, I'm just going to charge this much for my findings and just average it out. I don't tend to do that. 16 cents each for the head pin. And the big Baroque pearls, I never priced those. Let's see if I can. It says there's no pricing on these. I think I might have got them from Joann's, though. They're bead landing. They would have been from Michael's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And they were probably $5.99. So about 40 cents a piece. We have 2 of them. So 80 cents. And then lastly, I don't think I got the little wire, which I probably has about a foot per, and I think that's only 12 cents. So then we add all that up. It comes to $5.80. So now my next thing is I do this in one of two ways. I double this and then add hourly wage, or I just times it times 4. So 580 times 2 is 1160. So times 2 again, so that would be times 4, it would be $23.20. I don't like change, so I would have made them 24. Now I charge $30 an hour if I'm doing hourly, and we've been at this at least a half hour or longer, so we're going to be $15. So it would be $26.60. I don't like change again, so it'd be 27. So I would go with this price because it's the smaller of the two. But for shipping and stuff, I need shipping prices and the fees for doing all the boxes and all that wonderful fun stuff. So they'd probably be $30, Kimberly. I was planning on doing that, Heather. So I do believe I'll put them in my Etsy shop as a for you thing, and then I'll let you know when that's done, and so you can pick them up with credit card. So and yes, I was planning on entering these. I was planning on entering the necklace I plan on making too, but we took too long with the earrings to make a necklace today. So so anyway, there's our garnet and pearl. And these are real pearls. They're not the glass ones. So it's always nice to have some real gemstone stuff. And I'll put those on the site for you. And since Randy will be back Monday, I might just make the necklace and put it up for Monday's recorded video from me. So let's flip around for a few seconds. Per usual, we're over time. Hey, what else is new, right? So there they are. Now they are relatively good size, Kimberly. Let's see. But they're not as big as they could be because they're not nearly as big as the one I'm wearing. So, but they are a good size hoop. Hey, Bonnie, I didn't see you come in. I'll tell you what, Kimberly, after I make the video making them for Monday, the necklace, then I will send you a picture of it. I'll message you a picture because I do believe I have you on Messenger from when you won part of the Find It contest that we had. I will message you with the pricing and everything for that as soon as I get it finished and take some pictures of it. Georgina, I will still be live on Tuesdays and Fridays, but as opposed to this time frame, since Randy should be back, I will be on at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Sorry, Rory's up the tree. He's looking down at me. I was wondering what he was up to up there. I will be live on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Then I'll have recorded videos for Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. That'll be out posted at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And then, of course, the members live on Thursday afternoon. We'll always have the members live on Thursday afternoon. So, hey, Marika. Oh yeah, garnet and crystal quartz is pretty together. But I do really love the Pearl and Garnet. I think turned out really, really nicely. I'm pleased with them. And it sounds like Kimberly's pleased with them since she wants them. So anyway, it's almost 20 after. I'm going to go for the day. I will make this necklace up. The pendant piece is going to be just like the middle of the earring here. We'll make a little pendant. And then I'm just going to string the beads with spacers in between. Since we have the wire on these, we'll use regular spacers when we do the beaded portion. Since I'm not very good at knotting, and besides these are tiny holes, and I'm not sure how big of a thread we could get through it, though I do have some silk cord, but that's cool, Georgina. That's good that you'll catch us all. But yeah, Randy's back. I talked to her like I said last night. And she said her and Jefferson both got sick on the plane back from Las Vegas. So that was sort of sucky. But so anyway, we will be going for now. I will see you all guys on live next Tuesday, and at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And I hope you guys all have a good time. Some of you will catch you, of course, because I will be on watching Randy as well on Monday. So we'll see you guys Monday. And actually, I love the shoe game they played. Yes, I did too. I will probably see some of you on Sunday evening on Amy and Heather. So I assume, Heather, that Amy will be back this coming Sunday. And are you doing another live prior to that? Well, let us know if you go live again, and we will try and make it a point to be there if we see the notice in time. Anyway, I know I will. So anyway, this has been Rose for In Rose's Garden. And you're going to go live at noon on Saturday. I should be home. If I'm home, I'll join you. And so we'll see you later. Bye-bye.